Channel 12, WSFA, Montgomery. From Alabama's News Center, this is WSFA News 12, the 6 o'clock report.
Good evening, I'm Dean Argo. Representatives from North Carolina tried to talk other members of the Southeast Compact Commission to put off for 6 months a decision about where to locate the Southeast's next low-level nuclear waste dump. But Commission members voted to go ahead and make a decision on July 14th. North Carolina is the most likely place to locate the dump, but Alabama is listed second. North Carolina argued that their state's ranking is based on outdated and inaccurate data, and they wanted the decision delayed for a further study. But one of Alabama's commission members, Fred Braswell, says there's enough data present for the commission to go ahead and vote.
The Technical Advisory Committee is going to be presenting is not likely to affect that date. Now, we may adjust some of the numbers and accept some of their data that would suggest a change, but I think that could be done in a meeting on July the 14th.
I was just stated several states are prepared to present later on that before making these statements today. But
several of the
A North Carolina state representative has introduced a bill in that state's legislature to withdraw North Carolina from the commission. Should that happen, Alabama would then become the #1 choice for that dump. The AT&T communication workers strike will enter into its 3rd week tomorrow, one of the long-distance phone company's busiest days. As Scott Adcock reports tonight, phone officials in Montgomery are getting by while strikers continue to sit and wait it out.
2 weeks ago today, the Communication Workers of America went on strike against AT&T. Union members contend that the phone company is cutting out cost of living raises and wage incentive programs. Since the strike began, AT&T in Montgomery has hired close to 100 new workers to replace striking union members.
Operator, may I help you?
Despite some customer complaints, phone company managers say operations are going smoothly and they are standing firm on their position.
I think the company's position is that a fair offer has been made. The company is asking for no give-backs, and we're asking the Communication Workers of America to accept the fair offer that we have made.
Talks between union members and the company have been conducted on a daily basis since the strike began. Local strikers say they are also standing firm on their position.
We still will not give back anything. We still want the cost of living, the wage differentials. We also want the wage incentives in manufacturing. So our members are still strong out here, and they intend to be out here until we get the justice we deserve.
Union members say AT&T is losing $40 million a day because of the strike, and they want to see a settlement soon.
Our cause is a just cause. And as soon as the company realizes the just cause, then we'll be back in there doing the quality of work that they need done at this time.
Most of the operators are young adults earning summer money on their school break. Others are just earning an extra income. Nevertheless, it's a learning process.
It's been a constant training process. As we have brought in a great number of new employees, we've had to teach them the job very quickly, but they are making progress.
Bland says tomorrow will be the busiest day for these new operators since the strike began, but she says she doesn't anticipate any problems, so you should still be able to reach out and touch your dad. Scott Adcock, WSFA News 12, Montgomery.
NASA officials have released a videotape that backs up the former head of the rocket booster program, who contends that he passed on concerns about defects in the shuttle's boosters. NASA says the newly found videotape shows Lawrence Malloy, who headed the project office at Marshall Space Flight Center, discussing the history of the joint seal problems with top space agency managers nearly a year before the Challenger disaster. Meanwhile, 2 possibilities are being considered for redesigning the space shuttle's solid rocket boosters, and NASA engineers in Huntsville say their decision could be made in about 2 months. A Montgomery man is in serious condition tonight at Jackson Hospital, suffering from at least 1 stab wound to the upper thigh. Police Department spokesman Lieutenant Larry Armstead says officers found Robert Griffin at 1608 Hall Street lying in the bathtub and had lost a considerable amount of blood. Police say the man is in his late 20s and was allegedly stabbed by a man, but his name has not been released. Armstead says the man was transported to Jackson Hospital around 5 o'clock this afternoon with at least 1 stab wound and is in serious condition. At least 6 people have died in weekend accidents across the state, including a Wetumpka man. State troopers say 23-year-old Thomas Earl Jackson of Wetumpka was killed in a 1-vehicle accident last night in Elmore County. Troopers say Jackson's car struck a driveway curbing and overturned. A 3-year-old Montgomery girl and a Montgomery County woman are in critical condition tonight, and a Millbrook teenager is now undergoing surgery after a head-on collision this afternoon. Lisa Walsh reports tonight that all accident victims may live to tell about the serious crash, thanks to some people who weren't afraid to get involved.
People who heard the crash arrived at the scene first. State troopers say there are no witnesses. Many driving down State Highway 331 this morning saw the need for help and immediately jumped out of their cars to aid the emergency medical technicians. Bob Coley was a half a mile away when he heard the vehicles collide. He rushed to the scene and took 3-year-old Brandy Cockrell of Montgomery out of the smashed Toyota. The injured child lay strapped inside a car seat, which may have saved her life.
I've got several grandkids, and it really does make me think about the safety belts from now on out. I guarantee you that.
Fortunately, a doctor from Kentucky was driving to Florida for vacation when he encountered the accident. Dr. William Davis acted swiftly, halting his trip to lend a skilled hand.
We have a doctor on the scene, a family practitioner from out of state who stopped by. He's requesting that we get an order for fluid on the baby.
Another who answered the call for help was David Merrill of the Southern Montgomery County Rescue Squad.
I've never seen nothing like it before. Not no head-on collision, and one come in on one side and one direct into it.
Troopers say apparently the car driven by 19-year-old Kathy Bonilla of Millbrook swerved into the path of the truck driven by 37-year-old Mary Fleming of Sprague. A nursing supervisor at Jackson Hospital in Montgomery says all 3 victims are expected to live. Lisa Walsh, WSFA News 12, Montgomery County.
All the major candidates are gearing up for tomorrow night's Alabama public television debate. We'll have that and more right after this. Stay with us.
What makes Dairy Queen's new Homestyle hamburger so special? Could it be the juicy all-beef quarter-pound Homestyle patty? Or is it the fresh lettuce and tomatoes? Or the tangy taste of ketchup, mayonnaise, and pickles? Or the delicious sesame seed bun? All I know is the taste is just like home. What more could you ask for? Dairy Queen, you treat me right. The Homestyle hamburger, just 99 cents all month.
When you come to Dairy Queen, we treat you right.
I really like living in Alabama. I like the weather, the people. It's home. And I like doing business at home. That's why I've got Farm Bureau Auto Insurance. I get good coverage, fast claim service, and I'm even saving a few dollars. Yes, sir. Makes me feel real good knowing the money I'm spending for the things I need is staying right here at home.
Right now, when you need it most, comes a taste that's truly amazing.
Hello? Oh, hi. Can I call you back later? Okay, bye.
Real Minute Maid juices and vitamins in a soda. Now that's amazing. New Minute Maid soda in lemon, lime, or orange.
Gubernatorial candidate Charles Graddick continues his campaigning in North Alabama this afternoon. That's where Graddick garnered the least amount of votes in the June 3rd primary. Graddick, his wife Corinne, and several staff members left Montgomery around 2 this afternoon for several campaign stops in Huntsville before returning to the capital city later tonight. Graddick says he's growing more confident of a runoff win as the days pass and expects to be the Democratic nominee for governor.
The point is that we're talking issues. We're talking about what needs to be done in Alabama for our future generations, what needs to be done now to discontinue the old and get into the new and take us into the 1990s. And I don't know what's up his sleeve, but we're going to continue to talk about the same things we have for several months now.
Graddick will join opponent Bill Baxley tomorrow night in a debate which will be broadcast by Alabama Public TV beginning at 6 p.m. While on the subject of Bill Baxley, Graddick says he hasn't heard anything from federal or local authorities about the investigation into Bill Rushton's alliance with Baxley. Rushton is alleged to have used his position as director of the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs, which allocates federal grants to influence votes for Baxley. Graddick says if Rushton is guilty of the charges, a criminal investigation